r/TIFU, dear edit, today, I fricked up. TIFU by giving my boyfriend a DNA test for his birthday. Edit, the DNA test was a 23andMe health and ancestry kit. So this happened back in August, but he finally got the results back a few weeks ago. But brace yourselves, this is some soap opera shit. Turns out he has a half-sister and aunt he never knew about. Both the aunt and sister are on his dad's side of the family, so he spoke to his dad. His dad didn't know the aunt, although she shared the same last name as his family, and his dad never knew he had a daughter, but the timeline of events checked out. Next, my boyfriend went to Facebook and searched the hell out of his half-sister. She looks exactly like his dad. Needless to say, his dad was shocked. They were trying to figure out how to tell the rest of the family. My boyfriend didn't want to message her first, because she may not know she was adopted, or if she didn't know who her real dad was. This week, his half-sister finally messaged my boyfriend. She asked if he was adopted. He proceeded to tell her he thought she was adopted, because she looks exactly like his dad. Then she said he looks exactly like her dad. Needless to say, everyone was confused. They sent pictures of their fathers and my boyfriend did indeed look like her dad. But there's still the question of, who is the aunt? And do the half-sister and aunt know each other? Yes. Yes, they do. The half-sister said the aunt is her aunt. Yet, my boyfriend and aunt share the same last name. So now my boyfriend is asking his mom if there is any way he has a different dad. She is adamant that he does not. Until my boyfriend sends the picture of his half-sister's dad and his mom absolutely recognize the man. Turns out, my boyfriend's dad and mom were on a break and his mom hooked up with this man. His mom and dad got back together almost immediately after my boyfriend was conceived, so they assumed my boyfriend was the product of their relationship and not a fling. They were wrong. Turns out, my boyfriend is the product of his mom's fling and has a dad he never knew about. He also has 4 new half-siblings, 1 aunt, 1 uncle, 5 cousins, grandparents, and 2 nephews. All who he never knew about. And get this, one of his new siblings was born the same year as him and has the same name. As for the aunt, who shares the same last name as my boyfriend, we are not sure if it's coincidence or if she's somehow related to his adopted dad's side of the family. It's only been a few days but everyone is taking the news surprisingly well. My boyfriend's adopted dad is such a saint and is encouraging my boyfriend to get to know his BO dad and family. My boyfriend has since been communicating with his BO dad and 2 half-siblings and it's going great. They seem like such a kind, loving, and welcoming family. Although this was such a shock for everyone, it's turning out to be the best case scenario for such a strange situation. So yeah, I essentially gave my boyfriend a whole new family for his birthday. You're welcome, boo. TL. Doctor, I got my boyfriend a DNA test, and it resulted in him finding out the dad who raised him isn't his biological dad, and he has a whole new family. Edit, since so many people are asking why the half-sister looks like the dad who raised my boyfriend, I thought I would provide some answers to the best of my ability. So we are not sure why his half-sister looks like the dad who raised him. We think it's just coincidence, or it could be possible the half-sister and dad who raised Boyf are somehow related way up in the family tree. We just don't know, because Boyf isn't related to the dad who raised him, so connections wouldn't show. Edit. I also noticed people taking offense to me calling my boyfriend's dad the adopted dad. I mean, no offense, I just couldn't find a way to differentiate the BO dad and dad who raised Boyf without being so wordy. Boyfriend is fine with me calling the dad who raised him adopted dad. Hence why adopted is in quotations. Edit. Boyfriend might post a comment with the 23andMe connections or some text exchanges between him. and his BO dad with all identifying context blurred. But I told him it's fully up to him if he is ready, because this is such a sensitive topic for him. So I make no promises, but it is a possibility. Last edit. People are wondering why this is a fuck up. It's a fuck up because I changed the course of many lives by giving my boyfriend this DNA test. We are not sure of all the possible issues or outcomes because we only found out about it Sunday. Only 5 days ago. The story is still being written. Thank you for all the awards. Much love. And to everyone saying my boyfriend's mom is a bleep, eat a bag of Sklarng's butt munchers. TIFU by sleeping with a married woman. Obligatory, not today. However, enough time has passed and with anonymity, I should be able to tell this and remain unharmed. Around 12 years ago, I'd stopped in my local for a pint or two to drown my sorrows. It was a great little place, typically frequented by the local uni students. Great music, good views and cheap beers. What more could a single man ask for? Halfway through Guinness number 2 I lock eyes with the lass across the way from me. She's there with another guy, turns out to be a work colleague, and she gives me a beautiful smile. Smile back, shyness kicks in, and I find myself very invested in finding the bottom of my glass. I'm not the sort of outgoing guy who excels in these situations. About 20 minutes later, colleague leaves and Alice comes over to me. This has never happened before, so I'm in a mixed state of smug and shock. But, play it cool, try to. Somehow my clueless, shy guy gambit really comes through, and after a few hours we end up on a train back to Alice's house. After a quick train ride, which seemed to take absolutely forever, as Alice made her future intentions very clear, Big Head was fully disengaged. Little Head is doing all of the thinking right now, so I'm not paying much attention to my surroundings at his point. I'm more interested in the goings on, obviously. The next morning, when I'm slightly more alert, I can't help but notice photos of a man around the house. Wedding photos, holiday photos, and one that really stands out as the guy is in camouflage, with a somewhat sandy background. Notice the big gun in the chest rig. This isn't a holiday snap. Fuck. Alice, who the hell is this? That's John. He's not around these days. I try to press a little more, but Alice clearly doesn't want to talk about it. She just keeps insisting he's not around. Okay, either separated or dead. Alice doesn't want to talk about it. I'm not going to press the issue. No wedding ring or anything, so I guess I'm okay here. We keep seeing each other for 4 months and things are fucking great. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. Finally things are going my way. Until Alice drops the bombshell. John is coming back soon. Wait, what? What do you mean coming back? He's been in Afghanistan with the Royal Marines, but his rotation is nearly done. Panic mode engaged. I've spent the last 4 months sleeping with a Marine's wife. Alice tries to ensure me that John is perfectly fine with these arrangements and isn't going to care that I was planning a future with his wife. Quickly out the door, saying my goodbye, and don't fucking tell him. I'm going back to my single bedroom apartment on my own to hide under the bed for the next 12-18 months. Fuck. I found myself moving out of the area after 2 months. Fortunately I never saw Alice or John, so my head remains firmly attached to my shoulders. TLDR, got into a relationship and found out 4 months later she was married to a Royal Marine who was serving in Afghan. What, the video is already over? Have no fear, more videos can be found on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might receive a cookie.